what and when you should feed Pure Plus electrolytes. Horses and ponies, both in and out of work, lose electrolytes on a daily basis in faeces, urine and sweat. These electrolytes must be replaced from the diet as the horse cannot make them itself. Horses and ponies do not receive sufficient key electrolytes from their base diet alone. Electrolyte deficiency or imbalance can occur over weeks or months of time. Feeding insufficient levels of electrolyte can lead to lethargy, a subtle decrease in performance, or severe clinical problems such as gastrointestinal disturbance and tying up.
And you can see here I've got 2 glasses of water, but I want to stress that the way to replace electrolytes correctly is to do it in the feed on a regular daily basis, not in water. There are myths about electrolytes being better absorbed if they're in water, but unfortunately if you put your electrolytes into water, you're unlikely to be able to replace as much as you can when you do it through the feed. So if I take some ordinary electrolytes and put those into water, as you'd expect, they dissolve very quickly, and that water will now be very salty, and I wouldn't want to drink that. But if I take a scoop of Pure Plus electrolytes and put it into water, you see something very different. And in fact, the electrolyte doesn't dissolve, and I'm actually quite happy to drink that one. The difference is these electrolytes are coated. And the coating means 2 things. Firstly, it means that the electrolytes the horse can't taste, so that increases palatability. That's why we can use such a low sugar content. And secondly, it means that when the electrolyte gets into the stomach, it doesn't dissolve and irritate the stomach lining. If you think, many horses have a very delicate stomach, they have ulcers, and if you think of an ulcer as being an open sore, if we were to rub salt electrolytes in that, it would cause discomfort. Because these electrolytes don't dissolve in the stomach, they can't cause or irritate gastric ulcers. Now, where they get absorbed is when the electrolytes move from the stomach into the small intestine, where there are enzymes that digest the coating. And in fact, the small intestine is the main site of electrolyte uptake anyway.
What is Pure Plus electrolyte supplement? It is a palatable electrolyte supplement for horses and ponies, containing ingredients that are kind on the stomach. It is fully balanced to replace losses from training and competition, and it contains all the key major electrolytes in the correct proportions. It has a low sugar content and must be fed according to the level of work and weather.
It's important to feed electrolytes regularly because even if the workload of a horse varies on a day-to-day basis, if the horse has slightly more electrolyte than it needs, all it will do is drink a little more and will excrete what it doesn't need. However, if every day your horse is slightly deficient, over a week that becomes a larger deficiency, and over time that just becomes a greater and greater deficiency, because even though the horse's body will try to adapt and will try to conserve as much electrolyte as it can, it reaches a point where it can no longer cope.
All products are manufactured under and conform to the BT-UFAS NOPS scheme. For more educational videos on supplements, please like our Facebook page.